Everybody, it is Jessica here, day 54 of my 100-day meditation journey. Who are my grammar police out there and my English majors? 100-day meditation journey or 100 days meditation journey? I put day, but all of a sudden it doesn't sound right, but neither does days. So, you be the judge. So just got done with my meditation. Last night was difficult because I waited until 10:30 at night to meditate. Today I waited till I guess 8 o'clock or a little before 8 to start because I get things planned in the morning, and if I don't get it in right away, it doesn't seem to happen. So going to try to shift to make sure it's a priority to get it done in the morning. But there's a comment on yesterday's video about not knowing how to meditate. Now, if you've watched all my videos, there's bits and pieces there about what I do for meditation, but not all in one concise video. So, welcome to that video. This is the video about how to meditate. And the simple answer is there is no answer. There's no one way to meditate, and there's probably as many ways to meditate as there are meditators. And everybody has different things that they do. Everybody has different ways that they do it. Everybody has different things that they do internally. So the only thing I can do is share with you what I do and why. And so if you'd like to develop a meditation practice, that's what I would search for, is ask people what they do and why they do it. And then you get to test different things out for yourself and see what works. What kind of, the thing I would say is find the one that helps you connect internally at the best. So the one that helps you really connect with who you are, the true self, to listen to that inner voice, to the inner guide. And it's hard to explain logically what that is. You'll just know it when it's happening, and you'll just know. It does take practice. Like I've always said, this is a practice. But if you try some different ways out, you'll start to figure out what kind of works best for you. So I've done a lot of different kinds of meditations. I've done guided meditations where you're listening to somebody lead you through the meditation. I've listened to music. I've done standing meditation, which comes Tai Chi for my Tai Chi practice. I've done obviously seated meditation, which is what I do now. And then if you do seated meditation, there's a million ways to do that. I do have a Zafu and Zabuton, which is from the Buddhist tradition. It's a cushion and a pad. But typically I just sit in a chair because unless you practice sitting on the floor on the cushion a lot, it can be difficult physically. And I'm actually trying to get back into that for my body health, spinal posture, and all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, I sit on a chair or on the couch, and you want to be comfortable, but you don't want to be so comfortable that you'll fall asleep. Did you just hear Molly snore? I have the microphone out, so you might have just heard that. So get comfortable, not too comfortable. So like if I meditate here on this couch, I will sit forward and have my feet on the floor so that I'm not leaning up against anything. And then you just put your hands where they are comfortable, whether that's at your sides or in your lap. You can fold them if you like. In Buddhist meditation, they do this. And there's people do all sorts of different hand postures. If something feels good to you, do it. But none of that is really required unless you're following a specific tradition. The key here for me is to find what works for you and then to stick with that and kind of grow and adapt and change. So typically, once I'm seated and comfortable, I will take just kind of a few deep breaths just to kind of bring myself into the present moment. And then you just sit. That's it. And that actually comes out of my Buddhist studies as well, which is, it's called just sitting. That's what they call it, just sitting, because that's what you're doing. You're just sitting. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to figure out. You're just being in this moment. And what there's nothing for your mind to do. People always think meditation has to do with getting rid of your thoughts. In my opinion, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with being aware of your thoughts and watching your thoughts. The example one of my teachers in Berkeley gave me was, it's like you're standing under an overpass and the cars are going by. And you don't go with the car, you just watch them as they pass. And that's what you do for meditation, is as the thoughts come in, you just watch them and then you let them go. You don't hang on and follow the thought. Now, sometimes that'll happen because you'll get out of the present moment and you'll be thinking about your grocery list or the thing that guy said to you or the big project you have coming due or whatever it is. And your mind just automatically goes over here. And then you go, oh, I'm over here and I'm not here. And so you just use that moment to bring yourself back to the present moment and let go of those thoughts. There's no judgment about it. You're not doing meditation wrong when you follow your thoughts. As long as when you become aware, you just bring it back to the present moment. You can become aware of what your body is feeling. You can become aware of emotions, thoughts, like I said. So you're just observing. And a lot of times with clients, what I'll tell them is, you're the scientist. You're just making observations. There's no, I shouldn't do this, or I should do this. It would be better if I did it this way. I'm not doing this right. I'm not doing it well enough. This isn't working. You just watch all those thoughts. The first ones that usually come up when you stop are, this is dumb. It's not working. There's no way I'm going to be able to sit here for this long. And you just, yeah, those are thoughts. They have no power if you just let them be thoughts and let them go. It is just a thought. Just like your heart beats, your head thinks. And those thoughts will come up. And you just go, okay, I just thought that this was dumb. And that's it. You don't have to worry about that thought and attach to it. You just let it go. And that's really what I do for meditation, is I just sit and I become aware of the moment, of myself. And when I get out of the moment, as soon as I'm aware that I'm out of the moment, I come right back. And I do that for an hour. If you're just starting, I suggest doing a few days of 2 minutes and just kind of acclimatizing your body and your mind that this is coming. If you try to sit for an hour right away, you're probably not going to last very long. There are some people I think that could do that, but for most of us, it's really difficult. It's like the metaphor I use of cheeseburgers to kale. It's hard to do cheeseburgers to kale overnight. And so it's about small steps along the way. You put a little iceberg on your cheeseburger the next day, right? Instead of quitting cheeseburgers right away and going right to kale. So don't start with an hour. Don't start with half an hour. Don't start with 20 minutes. Especially if you're a left brain type person whose mind is always kind of the next thing, or you're a human doing who's always got to be doing something. It's going to be very difficult for you at first to just sit and do nothing and not feel like you're being unproductive. That can happen a lot too. And you just I'm feeling unproductive. Great, I'm feeling unproductive. And so you just go along with these things as they come up. I think that's about it for meditation. It really is, the concept is simple. Creating the practice isn't necessarily so. But as long as you keep to it, practice every day, even if you're starting out at 2 minutes, that's fine. It's absolutely perfect. Be patient with yourself. And when 2 minutes goes by really quickly, take it up to 5. And when 5 minutes starts to go by pretty quickly, try 10, and then 15, and then 20. And pretty soon you'll be at half an hour, and then you can build up to an hour if you want to. I've even done 2 hours, and that's gone by pretty quickly. So So, how to meditate, it's what works for you, but it is about the moment and being present. I don't do a lot of the external things, the guided meditations, the imagery, because it's taking me out of the present moment for me. It's not helping me connect to me. Now, you may be different. That may totally help you do that. So for me, there's no wrong way to meditate. You just need to find the way that works for you. I would recommend just sitting. You just sit and you be and you pay attention. And that is it. No judgments, no attachments. Just what is what is. And be curious about what your head brings up and what feelings you have and what the body starts to do. So that's it. If you have any questions, or you've tried things and have questions about it, or you didn't think it worked, or just ask me in the comments below if you have any questions about meditation. I'm by no means an expert, but I will share with you my experience and any recommendations if I have them. But just sitting is I think the way to go. So hope this was helpful for you all. Everybody take care. I'll see you tomorrow for day 55.